Back once again on my balcony, having just finished another sweaty run. I'm drenched. It is hot today, but it is a beautiful day. You can see where you can see. But there's ugly things afoot in the world. And so I thought we might take a minute to talk about a couple of them. Specifically, there's a picture of a certain somebody who posed in front of a church with a Bible in his hand. I find myself wondering if he's ever opened that Bible. I also am curious where he got it. That might be the Bible that was used to swear him into office, in which case it's double sacred. But the second part is less important than the first. Zoom out on that picture and look at the sign behind him that says closed. It says online services. They're not meeting in the church. In fact, if you zoom out a little more, the boards over the doors will tell you that he had no intention of entering. It was a publicity stunt. Now, you've all heard the news about what he did to get that stunt, that he gassed the people in the street to clear out the way, and that one of the undersecretaries of defense resigned because he saw how unrighteous that action was. Let's talk about righteousness. The day after he posed for that picture, Mr. Trump, because he's no president, Mr. Trump said that he's done more for the church than Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but that is blasphemy. That is absolute blasphemy. Because as far as I can tell, Mr. Trump is still very much alive. Mr. Trump did not set aside his power, take on the nature of a servant, and walk among the people. That's what the president's supposed to do. The president serves the people. And Mr. Trump most definitely is not doing that. He expects the people to serve him. He's in it for power and wealth. But he says he's done more than Jesus Christ. What did Jesus Christ do? Philippians chapter 2. He took on the very nature of a servant, came down and lived among us, and held that servitude so important that he didn't even hold back to die in our place. Jesus Christ was scourged. He had a thorny crown, 3-inch long thorns, pressed into his head. He was spit at, spit on, slapped, mocked, stripped naked, which was a horrifying concept in that time, and hung up publicly in sight of all the people with coarse, think of them as rail spikes, driven through his wrists and driven through his feet, and hung there for hours on that rough-hewn board to die. That is what Jesus did for the church. Because you see, when he died, his spirit went into hell, and he did battle with Satan, and he defeated death. And 3 days later, we have the proof of it, because he rose again. So if you tell me that Donald Trump is alive and that's proof that he's done more than the church, where's the empty tomb? Where's the cross? You know what? Donald Trump certainly has not done more than Jesus Christ for the church because he didn't die. On the contrary, Donald Trump wants you to die. If you are in an age that makes you susceptible to coronavirus, he wants you to die and leave room for the strong people. If you have some sort of illness, like I do, I have a leaky aortic valve. My heart is weak. Coronavirus might kill me. Donald Trump wants people like me to die. You know who else he wants to die? People who have the wrong color of skin. Ultimately, he's going to kill everybody without orange skin. But right now, he's killing people with brown skin and dark brown or black skin. Donald Trump wants black people and Latinos to die. He's done more for the church. There's lots of black people and lots of Latinos in the church. There's lots of old people in the church, some of whom I love very much, and I don't want them to die at the hands of Donald Trump. So if you're thinking about voting for Donald Trump because you don't like the other guy, you think the other guy is dangerous, let me tell you this. The other guy doesn't want you to die. The other guy wants to serve the people. At least he pretends to. I can't prove it right now. But if you would rather vote for someone who wants you to die, who wants your friends to die. Go around, walk around, look at your friends and say, you and you and you. You're the ones that Donald Trump wants to die. And I'm going to vote for him anyway. Look them in the faces and tell them that. Look them in the faces, oh ye evangelicals, ye Baptists, ye Methodists, ye even the high church, Presbyterians and Catholics. If you're voting for Donald Trump because you think he's righteous, because you think he's a good evangelical vote, think about what Jesus Christ did. And when Donald Trump does that, then vote for him because he's doing something for the church. Okay? Peace out.